The state of the game arrives early this month, with the big announcement of the console release date for Journey's End already out. I suppose they wanted to just go ahead and start talking about it. Who can blame them? So let's cut right to the chase and see what Relogic's Loki has to say this month. Greetings, Terrarians. Fall is nearly upon us. As 2021 turns toward its latter stages, we have always figured that the final few months of this year would be an intense and fantastic time for Terraria and Terrarians, and the reality is lining up with that quite well. From Xbox, PlayStation getting Journey's End in a week, to ongoing work on Switch, to a wide array of new merchandise items and much more, 2021 may be winding down, but Terraria is just getting started. We have a ton to go over this month, so let's jump right in. As is typically the case, they begin this month's news update with some news about the PC edition of Terraria. Specifically, the work being done to develop Terraria for the new portable PC gaming device, the Steam Deck, shown here. Pretty neat, right? And in regard to this, here's what they had to say. Recently, we were fortunate enough to receive one of the early waves of development hardware for Steam Deck. Terraria runs so well already on this amazing new platform and is so customizable and opens the door for all new control schemes and more. In fact, the team is already looking for ways to further optimize the experience. This will take the form of a small upcoming PC update in order to optimize the controls, etc., in time for Steam Deck launch. We cannot wait for everyone to experience Terraria on Steam Deck. It really is a fantastic device for playing our game. In other PC news, they also mentioned that there are apparently more than 30,000 entries into the Steam Workshop for Terraria. That's a lot of bonus content for free. So if you have the PC edition, go and check it out. But what about Relogic's next game, you might be wondering? The game that comes after Terraria. Well, they are working on it. Here's what they had to say about it this month, under the heading, What Else Is Going On? Game jams keep on jamming on. We've finished up our first jam project and are off onto another very different experiment at this time. The entire process has been a lot of fun and immensely helpful towards exploring ideas, building skills, and improving on how we work together. All of these things will pay huge dividends down the road. So for now, we will have to just continue to ask for your patience and trust in our process as we continue our own journey towards whatever lies ahead. Now, these game jams are no doubt quite fun for the team, and it's also likely to take some time for them to settle on a particular direction. It sounds like they're, well, they said in their own words, a very different experiment. So they're obviously jumping from theme to theme. But at some point, they've got to figure out their next game's art style, the type of game it will be, etc. It's a lot to consider, and they won't want to follow up Terraria with a dud, will they? So we'll just have to be patient, as they say. Alright, well, that's the PC news for the month. So what about consoles? Consoles are certainly the star of the show with Terraria at the moment. Well, here's what the update contained regarding those platforms. Greetings, Terrarians. 1 week ago, we revealed the launch date for Journey's End on PlayStation and Xbox, leaving us 1 week out from this amazing update being in your hands. In case you missed it, Terraria Journey's End is coming to PlayStation and Xbox on September 30th. That's right, it's coming at the end of September, and they continued with the following. The team is eagerly anticipating the launch, and we hope that each and every one of you enjoy the fruits of our labors over the past several months. We have really enjoyed working on this update, and thank you, as always, for entrusting us with the opportunity. It is not a responsibility that we take lightly. Of course, the team will be on full alert and stand by for any bugs or issues that arise at launch, so be sure to use the bug report process that we will share in the launch day post if you encounter any issues. And then regarding Nintendo Switch, the team is continuing to chip away at the extra work needed to bring Journey's End to Nintendo Switch. What all does that entail? Mostly it has to deal with the specific features and scenarios that the Switch presents. Things such as user interface differences, docked versus undocked, etc., further performance optimization, touch controls optimization, including the hybrid control styles dictated by Switch, all of the specific platform required stuff, etc. The Switch doesn't have the same beefy hardware inside as the PlayStation or Xbox, and so no doubt the optimization work they mentioned is pretty critical for it. They did share this proof-of-life image of Journey's End running on the Switch with the following comment attached to it. We do not have a precise update on timing to give you just yet. Give us a bit longer to be sure that things continue to stay on track and on schedule. We certainly do not want to give you any timing estimates that we are not confident to hit. That said, as of today, everything is very much going well and remains on time. And how about mobile? Well, pretty much what you expected. Hello everyone. Hang in there, our mobile friends. Your time in the spotlight will come again soon enough. As you will see above, we are getting ever closer to that console release, after which we will be entering the era of parity, where we're going to be pushing for a world where all Terrarians are on the same version. We have also been made aware of some issues impacting some players in regards to Android 11. The team will be looking into this shortly, and we will get any needed fixes out just as soon as possible. Thanks as always for the honor and trust you give us each month to work on Terraria. It is not a responsibility that we take lightly, and we look forward to bringing more amazing things to you all as we move forward. They concluded this month's update with some community news, featuring the usual talk about merchandise, the Terraria Discord, and other similar information, but this stood out to me in particular. Holidays, particularly Halloween, are things that Terraria I think does really well, and this merchandise looks pretty sweet. I know a lot of people are really into Halloween as well, and that jack-o'-lantern pixel art sweater is pretty good. I think it's got a general appeal. What do you think? I'll include a link to all of this in Relogic's State of the Game post if you want to read. It'll be in the video description below. Hard to believe it's almost time for the Xbox and PlayStation release. I almost said console release, but it's not really all consoles yet, is it? Anyway, just hang in there and you will soon be enjoying Journey's End on those two consoles. It'll be here before we know it. So thanks for watching and take care, everyone.